Even when I don't see that you're working, even when I don't see that you're working, you never stop working. You never stop working. Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. 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 That's who you are. That is 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 who you are. Even when I don't see that you're working, even when I don't feel that you're working, you never stop working. You never stop working. Even when I don't see that you're working, even when I don't feel that you're working, you never stop working. You never stop working. Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. That waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are.
All right, up next is we have Steve Schwartz, who's going to share a couple of songs with us. Feel free to also walk around. I think Pastor Nate said this, but if you want to get up and get a drink, or if you want to get a snack or walk around and see the others' artwork, you can.
Boy, that's a tough act to follow right there. I don't know. Anyways, what did I do with my cheat sheet here? So, I'm not really a songwriter, but I am what they call a psalmist, and I get songs. I just get songs. So I'm going to sing a couple of those for you, but the first one is crowd participation all the way. So I hope you're ready to participate. I will teach you the chorus in a second, but I just had to throw this in here because God is so unique in how he does stuff. Does anybody know what Zarephath is? Zarephath. How many know Zarephath? I know a couple of you better know it. Okay, Zarephath is a town in the Bible. And, this is kind of funny to me, but it's actually true as far as I know. This is the only song on planet Earth that has the word Zarephath in it. How in the world do you rhyme with Zarephath? Well, God has the ability to do that. So I just want to read you this because I'm also a wannabe preacher too, but I'll be as brief as possible. This is 1 Kings 17, and I just want to read because this is the story. This is what inspired this song. So Elijah, remember Elijah the prophet when he fed the widow? And anyways, here's the story. She had a son, which was a miracle too. But here's the story. It says, sometime later the woman's son became sick. He grew worse and worse, and he finally died. Then he said to Elijah, "O man of God, what have you done to me? Have you come here to point out my sin and to kill my son?" Ouch. Verse 19, but Elijah replied, "Give me your son." He took the child's body from her arms, carried him in the upstairs to a room where he stayed and laid the body on the bed. Then Elijah cried out to the Lord, "O Lord my God, why have you brought tragedy to this widow who has opened her home to me, causing her son to die?" He stretched himself over the child 3 times, and this is so cool right here. He stretched himself over the child 3 times, and he cried out to the Lord, "O Lord my God, please let this child live. Please let this child return to him." And then I love this verse. The Lord heard Elijah's prayer, and the life of the child returned, and he revived. So that's where this song comes from. So let me teach you the chorus. Now, it's been a long time since I've sang one of those echo songs. You know the songs where you echo, the ladies sing one thing and the guys sing another? Okay, this is one of those songs. So I need to hear you really loud. Let me try to sing how it goes. I can do both parts. So let me tell you how it goes, and then I'll tell you, ladies and gentlemen, your part. So it goes like this. Revive us. That's the ladies' part. Revive us. Oh, revive. Fill us with your power, Lord. Oh, revive. Bring our hearts in one accord. Oh, revive. Oh, pour out your spirit, Lord. And then together you sing, revive us. Bring us back to life. So here we go, ladies. This is your part. Revive us. Really simple. Come on, let me hear you sing it. Oh, revive. Come on, you can do better than that. Don't be shy now. Oh, revive us. Oh, revive. Men, fill us with your power, Lord. Ladies, revive. Oh, revive. Men, bring our hearts in one accord. Oh, revive. Pour out your spirit, Lord. Everybody together. Oh, revive us. Bring us back to life. Here's how it goes. Oh God, we cry out to you. Oh God, we return to you. Lord, revive us and bring us back to life. Like the widow sung that Seraph. Oh God, come and breathe in us. Lord, revive us. Oh, bring us back to life. Here we go, ladies, revive us. Oh, revive. Fill us with your power, Lord. Revive us. Oh, revive. Oh, bring our hearts in one accord. Oh, revive. Pour out your spirit, Lord. Oh, revive us and bring us back to life. Oh God, we cry out to you. Oh God, we return to you. Lord, revive us and bring us back to life. The widow's son, like the widow's son as Seraph. Oh God, come breathe in us. Lord, revive us. Oh, bring us back to life. Here we go, ladies. Fill us with your power, Lord.
Thank you so much. That was beautiful. You got one more, right? Yes, go ahead.
It's very unusual that a microphone is too high for me. Almost never happens. Okay, so this next one is totally different. But it comes from Exodus 33. Real quick, I'll just read this. Exodus 33:11. It's the story of where Moses used to go into the tabernacle and the glory of God would come down and he would speak to Moses face to face. And it says this in verse 11. It says, inside the tent of meeting, the Lord would speak to Moses face to face as one speaks to a friend. Afterward, Moses would return to the camp. But the young man who assisted him, Joshua son of Nun, would remain behind in the tent of meeting. Now that's just one simple line, but this is what possibly happened. Did you know that God gave you your imagination? God gave you your imagination. And this to use for his glory, not to be weird or anything, but to use for his glory. So this is one possible view of what happened with Joshua in the tent of meeting. Don't wanna leave. Don't wanna leave. Don't wanna leave your presence. Don't wanna leave. Lord, I don't wanna leave. Don't wanna leave your presence. 'Cause I see you descend. Lord, I see you descend. And I don't wanna leave your presence, Lord. Your presence, Lord. I don't wanna leave. Don't wanna leave. Don't wanna leave. Don't wanna leave your presence. 'Cause I see you descend in the fire by day. Lord, I see you descend in the fire by night. And I don't wanna leave your presence, Lord. Oh, your presence, as I see you descend. Lord, I see you descend, and I don't want to leave your presence. Just want to stay right here with you, Jesus. I just want to be closer to you, Jesus. I don't want to
Wonderful. We're going to take a little lull here, and I encourage you all to do a gallery walk, which means so take a look around, check out some of the wonderful artworks that people have put on display in ways that God has gifted them to create with their hands. Get yourself a drink, get some delicious food, say hello to someone that you haven't met or seen in a while.
Okay, we're going to get started again, but please feel free to continue to mingle and move around the room. So our next person who's sharing is Amanda, and she's going to share a poem.
Thanks so much. All right, so as you know, as Christians, we have a strong identity, and we hear lots of different messages about who we are, how much we're worth, and different things from society and other parts of culture, but we definitely have the strongest form of identity as Christians. So this poem's called Whose Are You? Who the heck are you? What labels describe you? Does a family claim you as their own? Not sure? Push a button, print a sticker. Keep it quick and make it simpler. We have some nice options here to choose from. Each one includes a little vice or two, a job title, clothes, the hobbies you do. It's all you'll ever need in this world. So do you. Hold up, huh? That's not enough? You're getting weird and reading that Jesus stuff? Being saved and made new, a defining moment for you. Still learning the ways of Christ. You know whose you are. A saint set apart. Eternal in spirit. Royal child. Work of art.
Thank you, Amanda. So important to remember who we are. All right, so the next person who's going to share tonight is Jill and Nate Ray. Jill's going to share a song.
Me. Been revealed. He grew up before him like a tender shoe, a root out of dry ground. He had beauty or majesty that would attract us to him. But I've been changed by the man. I've been changed by the man with wounds in his hand. By his wounds I am healed. By his wounds I am healed. His wounds I am healed. our sorrows, carried our pain. Our punishment that brought us peace, it was laid upon him. I've been changed by the man. I've been changed by the man with wounds in his hands. By his wounds I am healed. By his wounds I am healed. His wounds I am healed. He is the Son of Man. He is the pure, spotless Lamb. For the joy set before him, he endured the cross, scorning its shame. He sat down at the right hand of the throne of God.
Thank you. Thank you all so much for sharing. You know, just putting yourself out there, laying your heart on the line, and sharing these beautiful gifts that God has given you. Really, really. These are original poems, original songs from many of these people. Steve and Jill and Nate, they wrote those songs. And I love it. I feel so blessed that you are confident to share those gifts with us. So the next person is David, our very own David. All right, let's give him a few minutes. He's going to set up.
Hey guys, sorry, just setting up here. have a spoken word, followed by a short song that kind of goes along with spoken word. It's funny, I don't remember dying. Poison coursing, heart stopping, lips turned blue. They told her to give up, that I was gone. But Mom prayed. She prayed and she prayed. I remember seeing light as I opened my eyes. It was like seeing light for the first time. Recoiling in pain and shock, my body awoke to loved ones, expressing love in anger, relief, and surprise. It happened again and again as I destroyed his creation, one of his masterpieces. How dare I? What would cause me to do that? I had diamond-studded cloud filled with all the goodies, of course. It was intoxicating. It was captivating. It had all of my favorites, this breathtaking experience. It offered pure bliss for a moment, but then flim, flam, razzle, dazzle, scam, bait, and switch, death. I just wish I'd understood the price. You followed me down into my rebellion pen. Even as I chose to rather die, you knew I was believing a lie. You know my innermost beings. You know my comings and my goings. You see the plans for me. You long to use me. You saved me again. I love the story of the lost sheep. I can imagine myself as one skipping along. I'd probably see a chipmunk, get distracted by it, and lose track of all of the other things happening. I'd get myself lost in a moment of temporary excitement. I don't think I'd have to imagine what that would feel like. The sheer panic of being alone, an unfamiliar place, wolves. I don't think I'd have to imagine because I know. I get distracted, not by chipmunks. I mean, actually, I do love chipmunks, but that doesn't get me lost. It's the feel good. That good old feel good that seems good but may not make you feel good for so long. It doesn't have to be a substance. It's anything that takes my eyes off the one who saved me. When I ran away from you and all the parts of your bride, you found me again and again and again. Even as I hid from your presence, you were there. Even when I ignored you, you were there. What do you see in me? Who am I but a wretched soul? Wild child, wandering soul, defiance dressed in self-discovery. Who am I but yours? Who am I but an instrument for your glory? Scales I cannot see, stone I cannot feel. You wept as I could no longer perceive your works. As I reached the end of myself and wondered, where are you, Lord? Why have you forsaken me? But you hadn't. Your open arms were waiting. I came in rags, smelling of garbage and regret. But you leapt with joy when my eyes were filled again, filled with light. Your light. You ran for me. You loved me. You saved me again. And I have Jenna to sing along with me for a song. I didn't write this song, but it resonates with me and kind of the story I just read. throw up my hands, praise you again and again. 'Cause all that I have is a hallelujah. And I know it's not much, nothing else fit for a king, except for a heart singing I've got one, I've got one, with my arms stretched wide, I will worship you. So I throw up my hands, praise you again and again. All that I have is a and I know it's not much, nothing else fit for a king, except for a heart singing hallelujah, hallelujah. So come on, my soul, don't you get shy on me, lift up your song. Got a lion inside of those lungs. Get up and praise the Lord. So come on, my soul, don't you get shy on me, lift up your song. You got a lion inside of those lungs. Get up and praise the Lord. So come on, my soul, don't you get shy on me, lift up your song. You got a lion inside of those lungs. Get up and praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. So I throw up my hands, praise you again and again. All that I have is a hallelujah, hallelujah. And I know it's not much, nothing else fit for a king, except for a heart singing hallelujah, hallelujah.
All right. Yes, thank you, Edward. Thank you, Edward, for working the sound tonight. Just give a round of applause to Edward tonight. Thank you so much. All right, so we have Lincoln here, and he's going to do a drum solo for us. So are you ready for this? Yes. All right, thank you, Lincoln. Good job. All right, next we're going to have our friend Brad share a spoken word. All right.
Good evening. Good night. um, so I'm not one of these people that likes to get up in front of people a whole lot. So usually the way I find to, to to calm myself and put myself at ease is to make fun of myself. So they asked me to do this tonight. But really what this is about is they said, if you could just go up there for a few minutes and torture these people with a couple of poems, that it would be appreciated. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to torture you with a couple of poems. Spoken word. The first one actually is, it's kind of my testimony, and then it's going to be followed by a second one that kind of puts out what the first one is giving out. So the first one is called The Weeping Soul. Wrote this back in 2017. Deep calls to deep as the waves of life wash over the brokenhearted. Like a roaring waterfall crashing down is this inner turmoil that has been started. A man undone, his soul cast down, drowning in a sea of regret. Tears are his food, misery his companion, sorrow so easily beset. Walled in with only darkness, the ground around him is sinking sand. The sky has fallen as with plates of iron, pushing down with a heavy hand. Oh, the depths of disparage, lost with no hope of ever being found, is one who knows only captivity and the shackled chains that he is bound. Yet to know that there is darkness, one must also know that there is light. The only cure to break these bonds of madness is for blindness to be turned to sight. The eyes of the heart will need to be opened, to be cleansed from within, to remove the filth that clouds the vision, the stigma better known as sin. A crying out to God Almighty as these tears will wash away the pain. Tears no longer wasted on worldly sorrow fall down as healing rain. With the floodgates open, the pressure of looming death has been released. As new life flows in with living water, the old man becomes deceased. This newness of life is God's prescription. This is what he lovingly commands. As his living, active word is spoken to restore the wasted lands. That God's commandment now is written on the tablets of the heart. The stony heart is shattered to pieces as the new man is set apart. In the name of Jesus, this great healing has mercifully begun. Tears of darkness turn to rays of sunlight in this new life that is being spun. So as Jesus cried out in the garden, and as he hung upon the tree, he knew he would suffer the wrath of God to set the captive free. For God's anger toward the sins of man would only be satisfied at a price. His son would die, but thank God he is risen, the ultimate sacrifice. Now enjoin to him to be of one hope in this renewal of the mind, that peace has come to the warring soul, with all bitter malice left behind. Now instead he shares God's love with others, as life battle takes its toll. So all in Jesus give glory to God, who hears the weeping soul. So this one's got a little more flow to it, and like I said, it's kind of in the essence of now what it is to go out, and to share and identify what the common problem of man is, like I described in that poem, that it's sin. We all fall short of the glory of God, and Jesus is that answer. So just want to make that clear as I'm reading this. And this is called Seeing is Believing. So everybody's born to their mother, coming out of her womb and no other. A specific time and place, a specific culture and race. In this we find our pace, a line that we can trace. No matter what your case, it can be seen upon your face. Whether royalty or disgrace, you will become what you chase. And this is how it started, by the roots that never parted, a product of those deceased, with generations wholly increased, ingrained in the ways that we've seen in our days. The movie of the mind continually plays. As the world keeps spinning with life on display, we are men, women, and children. We are all made of clay. So we are equal but not equal as we try to get up that steep hill. And some make it up while others fall down. Like Jack and Jill, Jack busted his crown. Some strong, some weak, with bright futures but some bleak. Life has a balance that's blistering to keep. I'm doing my best to show you what is real. A moment of clarity before I continue this spiel. Use the eyes of your heart and let yourself feel. So I want to speak to those who are beautifully broken, to those who see life as more than a token, where words become action when they are spoken, where love rises up and lies are imploded. So hear the truth unfolded. Know that we have all been molded. We all share the same source, made from the same force. Life speaks of creation, not some kind of mutation. There is no design without a designer. So perfect the blueprint, there could be nothing finer. So in all this creation, throughout every nation, and no matter your station, it's time to put off the frustration, to get rid of the temptation, tempted to blame others for the path you have taken. It's time to stop the cycle before more are forsaken. What examples are you setting in the future you're making? What will you believe? Is it all about you? In this world full of people, you know that can't be true. So what's the solution? What can we do? It's time to move past the post and see life as brand new. In this people-driven world, we are what we eat. If your diet is deception, you'll be full of deceit. But if you look to live healthy, it's time to change your diet. You should always check the label before you buy it. So if believing a lie equals misery and shame, flip the equation into a whole new frame. Own your own mess with no one to blame. Admit you are wounded and surrender your will. Let the new seeds be planted in the garden you till. Believe that life is bigger than the chaos and madness, that to give yourself away will alleviate the sadness, that truth plus love will always equal gladness. So find the truth. Seek your creator. Life is too short to be stuck as a hater. The one who made you is calling you now. He will give you the answers, the when, where, and how. And much more will be added if you take part in receiving. God gives the gift of the unseen, where seeing is believing. Thank you.
Okay. This has been a fabulous night. And I'm going to go ahead and share a song that I wrote that the Lord gave to me, really. During COVID, when everything shut down, I decided to start learning how to play the piano. And the Lord gave me this song, and I'm a little nervous to share it, but I'm going to do it. All right. So I hope you are blessed. Ugh. choose to be that I'm your very own. There's one thing I know, you won't leave me in the storm. There's one thing I know, you won't leave me in the storm. I see the sun coming through the clouds, calling to me now. I hear you, I feel you now, coming close to me, setting my heart free. Breathe again. There's one thing I know, you won't leave me in the storm. There's one thing I know, you won't leave me Okay. So I just want to thank you all for coming tonight. Please feel free to stay and mingle and eat and look at the crafts. But thank you all for coming. We love you.